In this course, we'll take you through what it means to have an effective revenue assurance function in this highly disruptive, data-driven era. We'll start with the fundamentals, then take you through a real-life business case study to illustrate how to set up or optimize a revenue assurance function within your company. Then end off with a detailed guide on how to execute your new optimized revenue assurance function to drive real value-adding outcomes. Let's go ahead and get going with the fundamentals. Revenue assurance happens during the most important process within any business, the order-to-cash process. The process builds from the time the customer makes contact with your business, makes a purchase, and then makes use of the products and services they purchased. The process starts at the requisition stage, when a customer engages your business with the purpose of making a purchase. The key sub-process here is the customer actually making an order. That's the trigger that sets this process in motion. In the instance that there's credit involved, such as a store account or a cell phone contract, then the process of assessing credit risk, rejecting or approving and advancing credit will happen here. Once the order has been made, it now has to be provisioned. In the instance of a cell phone contract, this will entail setting the customer's account, delivering the device to the customer, and ensuring they are all set up to start using the products and services. Depending on the nature of the order, whether it be prepaid or postpaid, an actual payment or a payment arrangement would have been made at the requisition stage. At the fulfillment stage, the order would not be provisioned unless the payment has been received or a credit arrangement has been made. Matching the order of products and services against an actual payment and validating that such a payment has been received is what is involved within the managed payment sub-process. The process of reconciling what has been purchased or ordered against a list of actual payments or credit arrangements is a big part of what happens in the sub-process of reconciliation at fulfillment stage. A number of sub-processes happen here, all with the intention of ensuring that all the payments and credit arrangements associated with all the products and services that the business has advanced in lieu of those payments and credit arrangements have been received. Should the payment not reflect, an investigative process of tracking all these missing payments will happen during the reconciliation sub-process at this billing stage. Should a customer not have honored their credit arrangement, the collection sub-process will happen here as well. The last stage of the order-to-cash process is the customer management stage. This is the stage at which customer queries about orders, purchased products and services, and/or payments are received and hopefully resolved. The two key processes we'll deal with here are the refund customer and cancel order processes. Before we proceed further, let's revisit our data-driven value discovery map that we sketched in the Analytics Translation course. There's key information that matters during the requisition stage, both in general and for revenue assurance purposes. We map this key information across the value discovery map so that we know where to find it during the revenue assurance execution stage. Revenue assurance is a lot about the matching and tracking of money the business should be or should have received against what the business actually received or is due to receive. All this information is critical because it points to what has been dispensed and what is left, against what should have been dispensed and what should be left, against how much money should have been received, against what has actually been received. The revenue leakages, that is, money that has been lost that should otherwise have been received during this order to cash process, have a lot to do with the products and services provided, which of these products got to which types of customers, what are the pricing tiers of these products, how these products are sourced and stored, etc. All of this will become clear once we go through the types of leakages identified and mitigated through the revenue assurance process, which we will do shortly. Now, let's get into the types of leakages that we just talked about. We will start first with the process leakage, which is the leakage that happens during the order to cash process due to inefficiencies. Next, we deal with billing leakage, which happens quite a lot in most organizations across industries, especially ones with legacy systems. These types of leakages happen in many forms, from erroneously billing customers, for example, billing the customer's credit card for a small pizza when you serve them a large one, or billing off-peak rates for peak usage. Credits and discount leakages happen both in provisioning form and in billing form. Charging the customer a discounted off-peak rate when they consume during peak is billing leakage. Giving the customer 2 large pizzas after they have paid for the 2 small pizza promotion is provisioning leakage. Rights leakage mostly happens in subscription platforms that offer digital products and services. The last of the process leakage types is bad debt leakage, which can come about due to a number of predictable process inefficiencies. Right. Next, we deal with fraud leakage. This is revenue leakage that occurs due to the intentional efforts on the part of employees and outsiders to exploit legitimate processes to defraud the company. There's never a shortage of ideas people come up with to steal. Listed here are some of the most commonly occurring ones. Lastly, we deal with leakage that occurs due to policy compliance issues. These are policy inefficiencies that lead to loss of revenue for the company. And that's it for the fundamentals. We're now ready to set up a revenue assurance framework and governance model in Chapter 2.